Hi Shepherd Youth, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're gonna make some grilled cheese, but not just any grilled cheese, the best grilled cheese. So I'm gonna get some ingredients out of my fridge now. Okay, here we have all of our ingredients. I'm making Louie and I both some grilled cheese. So we have some bread. And you can use any bread, really, that you have. I actually usually use sourdough, but I don't have that today. So we're gonna use brioche, it's gonna be good. Okay, we have some cheese. I recommend the more cheese and the more types of cheese, the better. This one is a truffle cheese. You see those truffle in there? Yes. We have some smoked Gouda today and some Swiss. But you can use whatever you have. I'm gonna need a cheese grater today because I have blocks of cheese and not slices. I suggest using blocks of cheese if you have them, but throw some Parmesan on there, any cheese you have. I'm also gonna be using this. This is my secret weapon. You can also, something that's kind of similar to this is cream cheese, or not cream cheese, sour cream. So if you have sour cream, you can use that instead. I'm also gonna need a bowl to mix some of the things together. And then I'm adding some veggies, mushrooms and peppers to mine. So I suggest getting creative. And this is also a secret ingredient, garlic. So if you have garlic salt or you have whatever. And then lastly, butter, okay? So those are your ingredients. I also am gonna use some salt and pepper, and I think that's pretty much it. Let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna wash all of our produce and make sure that it's ready and get that cooking so it's cooked down so we can add it to our grilled cheese. Let's do that. So you don't have to add vegetables or anything to your grilled cheese, but I think it just adds a little something, and I change it up every time so it's a little bit different. Today I'm using mushrooms and some kind of pepper. When I add vegetables, I make sure I cut them really small because I don't like big chunks of things in my grilled cheese. I like it to be nice and evenly distributed. So I'm just gonna chop these into nice small pieces. I'll show you now. Okay, as you can see, I'm just using the mushroom caps, and then we've got our peppers diced up here. Make sure you throw the stem away, you don't need that. And we're gonna cut up our mushrooms, and again, it's hard to do with one hand. I do it nice and small pieces. I'm gonna snap my fingers and it's all gonna be chopped really perfectly. Perfect. Notice I didn't do anything with the garlic yet. I'm just gonna do these veggies and I'm gonna cook them. Now, I'm gonna throw them into the pan with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. Put a little bit of olive oil. Oh, that was a lot. It's okay, we'll make it work. And then I'm gonna throw my veggies right into here. Y'all. I use a cast iron, you can use whatever pan you have. Or again, you can skip the veggies altogether. Put a little salt and pepper, and I'll let these saute for a little bit, and we'll be back. Okay, my vegetables are cooking right now. I'm giving them a little stir here and there. Can you hear it sizzle? Also, if you would like to try to name my friend here, he doesn't have a name yet. I think he's a wise man though. So while my vegetables are cooking, I'm going to worry about my garlic. So I have, found it. I have this really cool garlic grater. You might not have that. You can use a regular grater, or you can chop up your garlic, or you can use garlic salt, or skip the garlic altogether, but I'm not gonna lie, that's where the magic is. So I'm gonna grate my garlic. So this cool thing, you just stick it in here and then you go like this and it starts to grate the garlic. I don't know how to do it yet though. So I'm gonna do that now while my veggies are finishing, and then we'll go on. my garlic is all grated, but before we make our mixture that we're gonna make with that, we're going to butter our bread. This doesn't need a ton of butter because it's brioche and it already has butter in it, but we're gonna butter our bread. There are my cooked veggies. And we're gonna get that toasting, and then we'll get on our next part. I use Kerrygold. Kerrygold's the best. Okay, make sure you butter both sides. It's very important. I don't use a lot of butter. I don't go crazy. I do like butter though. So here we go. Number 2. All my bread is buttered. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna toast our bread. You know, you can't put the bread in the toaster after you've buttered it. So if you're using a toaster, make sure you toast your bread first and then you butter it. But I toast my bread in the skillet. So I'm gonna show you how I do that here in a second. It's barely gonna fit. Okay, they wouldn't all fit in one skillet because I'm using a different type of bread. So we had to pull out some extra help here. I do everything on like a medium to high flame. I'm gonna do one side of the bread first, and then once that's done, we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna start to construct our grilled cheese. I know this is a lot of work for grilled cheese, but I'm telling you it's worth it. So right now, while that's cooking, I'm gonna shred my cheese. Okay, again, I have lots of different types of cheeses. You can use whatever you want. I'm going to do a little bit of all 3 of these cheeses, and I'm gonna snap my fingers and it's gonna be like all shredded. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, I have shredded my cheese and I'm mixing it all together so we get a nice blend of all the different cheeses. But I'm watching my bread. This one took a little time because I forgot to turn the burner on, and then this one I jumped the gun with. So we're gonna turn it off real quick while we make the secret sauce for this grilled cheese. I'm telling you, this is what makes the grilled cheese. Okay, so in a bowl, you're going to add all of your garlic in whatever form you have your garlic. And then you're going to take your either like, I have, it's called crème fraiche. Yes. But you could use like sour cream or whatever. You're gonna spoon. Oh my goodness, my kitchen's a mess. You're gonna add some of this, just enough to coat the bread. Again, this is very challenging with one hand. I'll come back. Okay, so I'm mixing up my secret sauce here. So I've got my creme fraiche and my fresh garlic. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more creme fraiche. And then I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. Guys, it's so fancy. Gonna mix this all together. So it should look something like this. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, on the sides of the bread that are already toasted and good, those golden brown sides, I'm gonna add some of this. Here we go. So I'm just gonna do this. Delicious. Need some more. Okay, here we go. Oh. I do a little bit on each side of the bread. I'm doing horrible camera work, so sorry. Here we go. You can speed this up as well. We got nice golden brown. You should probably not use your hands to flip the bread. That's probably irresponsible of me, so just ignore me. Use like a spatula or something. I'm gonna turn that off for a second. we're finished doing this, and then we're gonna add our cheese and our veggies. Oh, I got some on the stove. Embarrassing. We're gonna add our cheese and our veggies in a minute, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I added veggies to one of them. I'm gonna add them to the other one. Zum, zum, yes. Okay, I have added cheese to both of them. I am now going to take the bread. Again, don't use your fingers. Oh, that's hot. And I'm going to make my sandwiches. And I'm going to get a spatula now and be responsible and press them down onto the heat, let it melt for a second, and then flip them over, and then I'm gonna add a little cover so the cheese melts. Yay! Okay, so I flipped them. They're rearing to go. If you're having a hard time with the cheese melting in the center, you can get a lid. I don't know where mine is. I'm gonna have to find it. You can get a lid and stick it on top, and it'll help it melt a little bit. These ones might not have an issue, so we'll check back. And that's it. That's how you make the world's best grilled cheese. Let's try it out. I really like to smash my grilled cheese down. I also realized I normally let the cheese melt with the bread separate, and then I put the cover on, and then I put the bread together, but you know, whatever. Okay, here we go, yes. You can cut it in half, you can eat it whole, whatever you like. Oh, you hear that crunch? Okay, okay, okay.
Woo!
Try it. It better be the best grilled cheese you've ever had. How's it?